and my dear friends. Today, we all are here to discuss a very important topic that has troubled humanity for centuries. The ethics of war and whether it can ever be justified. Because war forces us to confront our moral principles and grapple with the consequences of our actions. Friends, whichsoever ethics we look after, war, by its very nature, is a destructive and violent force which brings unimaginable sufferings to mankind. We can all agree on that, right? Because lives are lost, families are torn apart, and cities are reduced to rubble. Its impacts are profound and long-lasting. War is an inevitable death to mankind. It is a heinous act that is performed in the name of power, protection, and defense. For the people among us who are horrified by the name of war, it is easy for them to say at once that war is never justified and would completely disagree with this topic as well. But trust me, sometimes war is the only option, and then going to war is justified as prevention of further harm, protection of innocent lives, or defense. For example, the wars by the Palestinians against the Jews was mandatory. Kuwait being attacked by Iraq was an act of antagonism in which the Kuwaitis were forced to go to war to defend themselves. Some people say that violence can never solve anything. Well, some things cannot be solved without violence. As for Hitler, there was nothing that could stop him. But why study the history of the world when we have such great role models on our own land? For example, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna told Arjun, "Parth ne kaho chadhave baan, have to yuddha ej kalyan," meaning that no war means no rise. Whereas, after some centuries, on the same land came a man wearing a white dhoti along with a lathi in his hand. Yes, it was Gandhi Babu, who led India to freedom, saying only one thing, ahimsa parmo dharam, meaning that non-violence is our topmost priority. In the faces of tyranny, oppression, and aggression, war stands as a last resort to protect and preserve the values and freedom that we hold dear. War is not a black and white situation. It requires careful consideration of proportionality along with the exhaustion of all diplomatic avenues. It demands that we minimize civilian casualties, respect human rights, and that the goals of the war should be clear and achievable. On the scarier side, in recent years, war has been further complicated by the rise of unethical warfare and increasing involvement of non-state actors. The lines between combatants and civilians have been blurred, making it even more difficult to stick to normal ethical standards. As we ponder the ethics of war, it is important and should be made clear that war should only be means to achieve a just and lasting peace. Effort should be made to heal the wounds of war. Aid should be provided to the affected populations. In the end, I would like to conclude my speech with only one line, that our only goal should be to strive for a world in which peace prevails and the need for war becomes a distant memory. Thank you.